Good morning, friends. Welcome to our sneak peek at the projects for our National National Scrapbooking Day event. I've called it everything under the sun, but on May the 3rd, you may have seen the event that Hope Hardy and I are hosting as a kickoff to, I don't know. It's an all-day event for National Scrapbooking Day. I still can't decide which is right. And I didn't have time to look that up. I just knew that I was going to say it both ways. And I looked back at some of my marketing, and I've put it both ways in all of those areas. So whatever it is, it's going to be a lot of fun. And I thought that you might like to see what we're going to make. So if you've already registered and don't want to see a sneak peek, you want a surprise, then turn off this video, okay? But if you registered and you want to see a sneak peek of what we're going to make, then stay tuned. If you haven't registered and you're curious about what we're going to do, then stay tuned. And if you're long distance and you can't be here in person, but you really like what we're doing, please leave a comment and let's chat. Let's figure out a way that you can participate even when you're long distance, okay? So, what do I need to tell you? So just a little bit of background before we get going. So my name is Michelle Salcho, or any of those that don't know me. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for almost 9 years. I started out paper crafting in 1998 with scrapbooking. That is how I met my friend Hope Hardy. She taught me how to scrapbook. In 1998, we had just been to Disney with our 3-year-old and our 18-month-old, and I had a few photos. And she taught me how to turn those into scrapbooks, memory books that my family could enjoy time after time after time. They weren't just living in a box on a shelf, and they weren't just living in my camera. Now, I hope that I have sound. Let me just make sure. Okay, bear with me because I can't see this dang keyboard. Oh, and that's the light, not the sound. Okay, so I just want to make sure that, because sometimes I mute the laptop and then that mutes my video, even though it shouldn't be. But I digress. So Hope and I met in 1998, scrapbooking together. I joined Stampin' Up! By the time I joined Stampin' Up!, I was scrapbooking mostly digitally. And Stampin' Up! Had a digital platform that supported that. It was much later that later in my career with Stampin' Up! That I got involved in card making, and that doesn't make a lot of sense because I didn't become a demonstrator until 2016. But I was scrapbooking digitally with Stampin' Up! And making cards before then. So fast forward to a year ago, and close to my heart, which was kind of a fellow direct selling company that focused on scrapbooking, closed their doors. That was a terribly devastating event for their consultants. They called them makers. And Stampin' Up! Was able to offer them a place to land softly and resume their career. And Stampin' Up! Purchased some of the close to my heart inventory and was able to incorporate some of the close to my heart product lines or ways of doing things, lack of a better term. And these workshop kits are part of what came about there. So our event on May the 3rd is a blend, right? We're going to do some scrapbooking. We're going to do some card making. I'm going to show you the coordination that exists between these products, because you may not, the coordination of Stampin' Up!, the coordination of the products, the colors, the consistency of the papers and the stamps and the dies and the punches, all of that magic comes together in so many ways. And that's what you're going to see with the event we have on May the 3rd. I should have scheduled this a little later in the day. Clearly, I am struggling to put some things together. And I hope that I am in both places that I should be. I didn't check that. I don't have any comments just yet, so bear with me. I'm just going to check because nothing like being X far into this and then starting over. So I should be here. I don't need you to switch. I just need to go see. Yep, okay, I'm there. And YouTube almost never fails, so I'm going to assume that I'm there. Okay, so the first video today, this morning, we're going to talk about the projects for National Scrapbooking Day, May the 3rd. Gosh almighty, I hope that that's the right date even. Wouldn't that be something if I had that all backwards too? Saturday, May the 3rd. Yep, got it. Okay. And then the rest of the day, I'm going to show you the Everyday You and Me kit and how you can create the pages just as the kit has designed. Because you see, at our event on May the 3rd, that Everyday You and Me scrapbooking kit is the star of the show. So I'm going to hold a few surprises back, but I want to show you what you're going to make. So I'm going to stop talking about that and hopefully move my camera to the right window and show you some of the products. Okay, you don't need to see that, and I'm going to hold this back. I've tried to block out the light so that I can get you in a good place, but that remains a struggle. Now, I've kind of got my camera up high, so I'm going to start with the scrapbook pages because, well, it is a scrapbook event, right? And this is what I need the high camera for. So this is one of 2 page layouts that we have for our event. Now, this is not a layout as designed in the scrapbook workshopping kit. We'll take a look at that in the next video, and I can pull these out and compare at that time too. But this is one of our layouts for the event. So this would be the left page. You're going to make a left page and a right page that coordinate, and I'll do my best to get them in the window so that you can see how they look together. So this Everyday You and Me kit, now it does not coordinate with any, okay, let me say that backwards. It's not part of a suite collection that appears in any of the current catalogs or in the upcoming catalog. All the colors are Stampin' Up! Colors. And in fact, the kit is on last chance. We'll talk more about that in a little bit as well. But these colors are Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, Wild Wheat, Granite Gray, and they're just a beautiful combination. So let me move this over here and see if I can get these in the screen enough that you can see how they okay, now okay, let's see. Get my mouse up here to help me out. And I think I need to come this way. Okay, so now you can see. Now these are for photos, right? These 6 boxes. Now that doesn't mean you couldn't put photos in other places. That's just how we designed it. Now you could save one of these for journaling, or you could add a little place to journal down here or up here. But you can just see how how this coordination works. Now, so at the event, you'll have the instructions that you need and the supplies, like some of these extra pieces, like this. This tag will be die cut for you, but you'll need your trimmer, so you'll be cutting at the event from the supplies in your workshop kit. Now, I use an embossing buddy because these stickers, a lot of these stickers I want to put up on dimensionals, but they're sticky. They will stick down flat. So I use the embossing buddy to remove some of that stick so that I can add dimensionals, and that lets me pop them up. So if you're coming to our event and you have an embossing buddy, you might want to bring it. The lint on your clothes will work just fine if you don't have it, and I'm sure I'll have some extras on hand as well. So these are the scrapbook pages. Guys, please comment and let me know if you have questions or thoughts about this. And then I'm going to take them away and I'm going to show you the 6 cards that we're going to make. So you'll have 6 card bases that are prepped for you. Any of the die cutting that needs to be done, anything other than what's in your kit will be taken care of for you. Now I'm going to bring this close. Whoops, that might be a little, well, maybe that'll work. I'll hold them up if I need to. This is actually one of my very favorites. So it's got a pretty peacock base, and then this is a piece of the wild wheat DSP from within your workshop kit. This chipboard piece is in the kit, and then we'll have this die cut, but this is one of the cards that you will make, right? We'll have 2 different stamp sets that we use during the event, and you will have my stamps and my inks to use. You do not need to bring any of that. This is another one of the cards with a Lost Lagoon base, and then a gray granite layer, and then some designer series paper. This circle will be die cut for you. You'll stamp your flowers and your little leaves, branches, twigs, whatever they are, and you can die cut them or fussy cut them. I'm not showing you the insides because my samples at this point do not have liners in them the way they should. This is another one of my very favorites. Okay, camera, come on. Don't know why the lighting is struggling so much, but so you do some stamping here. You'll tear some of the paper. Remember, this is that 2-tone cardstock, so when you tear it, it reveals the white core. And then this is some pretty designer series paper, and then one of the chipboard pieces there, and you'll stamp in pretty peacock. This card has a gray granite base, and you'll punch through the 3 circles. So put 2 of them down flat, 1 of them up on dimensionals, or however you want to arrange them. This little piece will be die cut and waiting for you. Then the last 2 cards are fancy folds. Oh, come on, camera. Stick with me. I don't know if it would be better. All right, hold on, guys. I am going to attempt. I really had that screwed in tight. Come on. Now, if I didn't want this to lower, it would slam down, you know. Okay, we'll see if this does any better. Figure out where it is in the camera. Now it's all in my face. Anyway, this is a fancy fold, fun fold with a Lost Lagoon base. You can see it opens like this. So this is a separate panel. You adhere that down first. Then you adhere, this is actually a piece of designer series paper from within the kit. I need to back off a bit. And then you have this piece of designer series paper. You'll have this circle, right? And then this is actually one of the stickers in the kit that you stamp on. And then when you adhere that down, you're careful to only put adhesive on the left so that you can tuck the flap in. So isn't that pretty? And then the last one is an easel card. This is going to be very hard to show you on screen, but it fits in an envelope. Okay, so this is going to be 4 1/4 wide, 5 1/2 this way. And the fun fold, the card base, will be cut for you. You'll simply cut your designer series paper, add it, and do your stamping and decorating. So those are the 6 cards. There will be envelopes included as well. And then the star of the show is this mini album. Okay, had it there for a second. Ignore my holes here, the ones that holes that are visible. That might have been a little user boo-boo in the beginning. But we've got a belly band that you decorate, slides off, and that's probably a good, so you could even decorate this layer if you wanted to, but the book is going to open just like this. And That's okay. I just need to move that so I can see. So you've got a little photo mount here. This could also be for journaling. You're going to arrange, put photos where you want to. Hoping to have a sample of all of this with photos for you to see during the event. Then this little short side, right? So this layer opens up like this. So it continues to reveal this back. Then you have another photo or journaling box here. Someone has to be seriously card worthy in order for you to give this to them, or it would make a great memory of a special event as well. More photo, a tiny little circle here that you could add some journaling to if you wanted. 2 photo boxes in the middle. Another one here. Then this is open for whatever you want. You could add another photo, a photo mount, or decorate it however you wish. Same thing here. You have plenty of room here for a photo or journaling. And same here is decorated. I think this is just beautiful. And then the last page, says My Happy Place, and then is open here and has a little tag along the little tab on the side where you could add some things as well. And then the back, and you could decorate that or leave a sweet message if you like there as well. So it's pretty simple. And actually this is going to be, all of these layers are going to be cut for you. In fact, I've even got some already done. Let me show you how that's going to be in your kit. So this is actually what you'll have when you're ready to do your photo book. All of the cutting and scoring of each layer is done for you. So here's your belly band. You can see it's already scored. Then this layer, where are you scored? Scored here. The Lost Lagoon, already scored. The plaid layer, and we kind of called this a hash layer on one side, and then it's watercolor on the other side. So remember, this is the back. Let's see if I can possibly get these in the right order. Oh, I think it's going to go like this. Let's see. Yep. So that's the middle, so you can see how it opens here. So all of that will be done for you, and this is not done within the pieces of your kit, so you'll have a little bit more left over than you might otherwise. I just thought that would save some time and give you some extra supplies left over. So, well, hi. I'll move that out of the way now. Okay, so that gives you a little sneak peek. I did hold a couple of things back, and that's okay. A little surprise is not a bad thing at all. So we do have a few places left. If you'd like to reserve your spot, just comment, let me know, or there's a registration link in some of the posts on Facebook. If you have any trouble, then just reach out to me in a comment, and I'll reach out to you. We'd love to have you join us. This will be held in Hendersonville, Tennessee. There will be lunch included from 11 to 4:30, something along those lines. And you'll make all 3 sets of projects. That's on your mini book, your cards, and your scrapbook pages. If you wanted to make you'll have a kit. So if you wanted to make, I'm going to show that in the next video. I'm going to pull out the actual workshop kit and show you that, walk through it, and we'll start making those. We're going to make all 6 pages in the kit following those directions throughout the day today. I'm sure there's other things that I wanted to tell you this morning, but I think that's plenty. If you have any questions, though, don't hesitate to reach out, and I will see you in the next video at about 10 o'clock Central. All right. Take care, everybody. I'll see you soon. Come on, click. There we go.